Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Nature Patch. Thank you for joining in on another video. Firstly, I just wanted to say sorry that I haven't been uploading too much lately. Life and work has just been really hectic, and to be honest, not too much has been changing in the garden. Because of this heat that we've been having, the plants just aren't really growing at all. We had a few days of over 40 degrees, so I'm going to take you around the garden and show you if things have survived that, and it's not looking too good. And I've also just been really fatigued in summer. Like 40-degree heat, you just can't work outside. Summer, for me at least, is pretty much like a rest time in the garden, just because the temperatures are so extreme and the garden just doesn't grow. But I have been planning what I'm going to do next, so I'm really excited to share with you some of my future garden plans and some changes I'm going to be making around the place. So I currently have a cup of tea and I'm going to take you around the garden and also have a bit of a chat at what happened yesterday and putting the garden and everything into a little bit more perspective. So unfortunately yesterday, the hottest day that we've had so far, was predicted to get to around 41 degrees. I don't know what it actually got to in the end, but we had a small bushfire located pretty close to our house. So we were pretty much inside all day in the aircon because it was just way too hot to go anywhere or to go outside. And I was just in my room and I had a really bad feeling just about the surroundings, and so I checked the Queensland Fire website and I saw a fire pop up on the website. So if you are in Queensland and you want to know where fires are updated, if you just type in Queensland fires, the first website has a really good map of where all the fires are located in Queensland. I had just saw it and it had just been updated or just been uploaded, so I wasn't sure like how big it was or where exactly it was and how many firefighters were there at the moment. But as soon as I saw it, I kind of went into just a little bit of panic mode because I mainly wanted to find out which way the wind was going, so I could figure out which way the fire was going. And when I was trying to figure that out, I started to hear all the sirens, so luckily they came really quick. So we had about 3 trucks drive past and go down and control the fire. So thankfully it was controlled really quickly and put out, but it did go just really quickly. It's just like 2 seconds down the road on a drive just to see where exactly it was located, and there was just so much smoke everywhere. It's so surprising how much smoke bushfires produce. So it looked worse than it was, but it really put things into perspective. Yeah, like what we would do if we had a fire. I mean, we're right next to bush, so that's what I was mainly concerned at, if the fire was coming this way and we could have had potential embers go in there, because that is like, if that catches a light, it'll catch a light. It was just a little bit scary how close it was. There's been little spot fires kind of lighting all around us really, and we're by no means directly next to an ongoing really large bushfire, but my heart goes out to all of those who are affected by some of those really big fires, especially in New South Wales, where I was looking on the map and some of them, those fires are like over 100,000 hectares in size. That's massive. So many homes have been lost and livelihoods and stock, and yeah, I'm just really sick of having bushfires and having this smoky air, because I suffer from a little bit of asthma and it's really difficult to get outside and do the gardening when the air is just thick with smoke every day, and I just really want it to stop. So that's my thoughts on the bushfires. So that's a little update on how things are going with the fires. It's been one of the main reasons why I haven't been coming out in the garden a lot, because I just don't like being outside in smoky air. It's just not fun. So yeah, I really crave clear air. That would be fantastic, and rain would be amazing, particularly for all of those other areas who are really directly affected by the fires. Yeah, so on a different note, well, kind of on a different note, I thought I'd just show you some of the things that totally didn't survive the 40-degree heat period that we had. And I'm going to Tasmania pretty soon on a little bit of a holiday, so I'm not going to be starting or doing too much in the garden before then. But when I get back, and in January, I am doing a whole replan of the garden and planting it differently, planting different things, so I am very excited about that. But at the moment, I'm currently in the area which didn't do too well, so I'll show you some of the things that I am struggling with. So again, most of the tomatoes, totally crispy. Not fun. But I still have lots of cherry tomatoes and tomatoes on them, so I'm just going to pick what I have and probably say goodbye or good luck to the rest. And my bush beans also did not survive. So they just, again, weren't really crispy. Got too sunburnt. There are a few beans on them. They're just really small. They didn't really have enough time to develop. I really like the size of these, so I'll be planting these around the garden, I think, just to get a few extra beans. But I think I'll just have to put them in a bit more of a shady spot. So yeah, that's what this garden is looking like at the moment. Not too good, but I have hope for when I come back that I can get more tomatoes. And then I'll walk over to the raised beds and show you them. So again, tomatoes not looking good. But the eggplants are doing pretty well. And so are the beans that I planted. I planted some more climbing beans. Every day the cucumber kind of wilts, and you can see the cucumber in there that's gotten completely sunburnt. So that's probably not going to recover. And my nasturtiums also got too sunburnt. And the zucchinis are also on their way out, but they've produced so many zucchinis. It's been ridiculous. We've been having zucchini flavored everything. So that, it's really bright. So that is a little bit of an update on what survived, what didn't. But there's always more chances to plant things, and I'm lucky in my climate. I can grow things all year round. So when it does start to get a bit cooler, I'll definitely be able to grow more of the things that I really want to. And then completely different topic, but the second part of this video, I really wanted to cover my 5 go-to meals because I was tagged by Josh over at In Your Yard Homestead to share my 5 go-to meals with you. So I'm going to go grab my list actually, because I wrote them down, and go through them with you. So I've been watching a few of these videos and some of them are quite similar to my go-to meals, but my first go-to meal is one of my favorite meals that I like to make in summer. And that is a summer pasta. So I usually have pasta in the fridge, or it's really easy to cook up. And what I do is I make like a little summer sauce to go with it. And the base of that is cherry tomatoes from the garden. So I'll just fry up some cherry tomatoes with a little bit of salt and olive oil in the pan until they get all nice and blistered. And it just turns into like a really nice, super sweet sauce that I then add all of my other vegetables from the garden, so zucchinis, beans, whatever I've got, and then I also add a bunch of parsley in there with lots of salt and pepper, and I can guarantee you it is the most delicious meal, and it takes like 10 minutes to make it. It's really not that hard. My second one is kind of a weird one, but I really like cucumber and cheese on toast, but not like cold. I like to heat it up. If you've never tried it, toast some bread, put some slices of cucumber on it, some cheese, put it under the grill, put some mixed herbs on top, and it is so delicious. I know it sounds super weird, cucumber and melted cheese, like warm cucumber, but it is delicious. You should definitely try it. And my third is quite similar. It's also grilled cheese with spring onions on it. I discovered this like the other day, and it is so delicious. If you're vegan, you can use vegan cheese. I know there's some really good vegan cheeses out there, but the combination of cheese and spring onion, like obviously fresh, but fresh spring onion from the garden, you can't really get that much better. My fourth go-to meal is a smoothie. Pretty much have a smoothie every day, or if not every second day. And my current favorite combination is 1 orange, like a few chunks of frozen papaya or pawpaw, so delicious, with some pineapple juice, a nectarine or an apple, and then blended it all up, and it is the best flavor in the world. Frozen, if you haven't used frozen papaya before in a smoothie, I would definitely recommend it. It has a really nice creamy consistency and very refreshing in this heat. And my final go-to meal is muesli and yogurt, which I'm probably going to go have right now. I also have that pretty much every day or every second day. I just absolutely love muesli and fresh fruit and yogurt. So thanks Josh for tagging me in that video. I'm going to open up the tag to anyone who wants to do it, because I'm always interested to know what people's favourite foods are or go-to meals. I hope you enjoyed mine, and I'd love to know what yours are too. So it's getting a bit warm outside and I have got a bunch of things to do inside. I'm actually going to try and make some tomato sauce today from cherry tomatoes using the recipe from Self-Sufficient Me. Really excited to do that. But thank you so much for watching again on another video, and please like and subscribe. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. It's great to have you here, and I will see you in my next video. Happy gardening!